So before we understand how to register a trademark, it is essential for us to understand what a trademark is. So a trademark is any distinct sign used to distinguish a particular company's goods or services. These can include designs, signs, symbols, images, or phrases. And but what is essential is that it should be graphically representable, and they are protected under the Trademarks Act of 1999. Every trademark, once applied, will be protected for a period of 10 years, after which you will have to renew the trademark registration. There are widely four steps of trademark registration, which is submission of documents, which can be done either by manual method or e-filing. Second one being examination of these documents by the registrar. Third one being opposition, counterstatement, and hearing. And the fourth one being registration.
Thank you, Gaya. That was an introduction. So, without much ado, let's move on to how to get your trademark registered. Before I move on to the first step, the basic or the smart move that you can do before moving on to the registration process is making your trademark the most random word, getting the most random word or a made up word, which is not generic in nature, because the possibility of that getting registered is high than a generic word. Okay, so moving on to the registration part of it, the first step is submission of documents. For submission of documents, you need, before you go and register, you need to have the following documents. That is business registration proof. Business registration proof might be different from the type of company or business that you're holding. If it is sole proprietor, your own business cards or your own address, your Aadhaar, PAN card, all those details. Whereas if it's a company, the director's details, the address of the company. So it depends upon the business that you're running, the business registration proof might differ. The second one is a soft copy of a trademark. One necessity or ingredient of getting it registered is that your trademark should be graphically represented. So a soft copy of that graphically represented trademark is necessary. Proof of claim for the proposed mark in another country. If there is any proof, then that should also be submitted. The another one is the power of attorney signed by the applicant. These four documents has to be there before you move on to it. Yeah. The next step is submission of documents. Once you have the documents ready, you have two options, that is manual filing or e-filing. If you're manually submitting the documents, you have to go to one of the offices in Delhi, Mumbai, Kolkata, Ahmedabad or Chennai and submit the documents to the Office of Registrar of Trademarks. Then the other option is e-filing. In e-filing, you can go to the official website of the Intellectual Properties India and submit an online application. The link for the same is given below in the bio. Go check it out. So once you have submitted your your application, either manual or online, you receive an acknowledgement slip. When it comes to manual filing, it will take at least 15 to 20 days, whereas if it is e-filing, you will get an acknowledgement slip instantly. Upon receiving your acknowledgement slip, you are entitled to use the TM symbol next to your trademark, which shows that your trademark is under registration process. Also, while submitting the documents, you will also have to fill out form TMA, which should be attached with the other documents. The link for the form is provided there in the bio. Go check it out. While submitting the documents for registration, there is a prescribed registration fees that you will have to pay to the registrar. So if you are an individual, small enterprise or a startup, then you will have to pay rupees 4,500 if you are filing through an online method, that is e-filing, and 5,000 if you are physically applying for the same. And if you do not fall under any of these categories, that is a startup, small enterprise or individual, then you will have to pay rupees 9,000 for e-filing and rupees 10,000 for a manual submission. The next step after the application is filed or submitted is the examination by the registrar. The registrar will thoroughly go through the application of the trademark, and he will see whether it falls under any of the absolute rejection criteria or conditional rejection criteria and take a call on it. The registrar under section 18 can refuse the application or accept it based on absolutely or on conditional basis. If he is refusing the application, he has to he shall record it in writing based on the grounds under which he has made the refusal on. If the registrar is convinced that there is no prima facie grounds for refusal of the said trademark, the registrar shall publish the trademark for waiting for the oppositions from the public. Under section 20, he has to publish it or advertise it. According to the rules prescribed, he shall make the publication in the Indian Trademark Journal by the Registrar of Trademarks. It's a journal that is published in volumes. So whatever registration or publication is made by the registrar is given in the same. Yeah. So that is the registration process till now. The next will be carried on by
opposition, counter statement, and hearing. This step is further divided into 3 subsections. First one being opposition. If in case a third party is opposing the registration of the applicant's trademark within 4 months of the publication of that trademark in the trademark journal, the registrar will have to serve a notice of that opposition to the applicant. Subsection 2, counter statement. The applicant will have, after receiving the notice within 2 months, will have to file their set of counter statements for the opposition that was filed by the third party with the registrar. If the applicant does not file their counter statements within the prescribed amount of time, the registrar will assume that they are foregoing their will to register their trademark. Subsection 3, hearing. After hearing both parties and considering the evidence placed on record, the registrar will decide whether or not to proceed with the registration of the trademark. But if in case opposing party is not present on the hearing date, the opposition will be dismissed. But if in case the applicant is not present on the hearing date, the registration application will be treated as abandoned and dismissed accordingly. Being registration is divided into 2 subsections. First one being allotment of the allotment number. Once you have received the confirmation of the filing of the trademark, every applicant will receive an allotment number with which they can check the progress of their trademark. Subsection 2 of registration. Registrar, after acceptance of the trademark application, if there is no opposition being raised within a period of 4 months, or on acceptance of the trademark application after trademark opposition hearing, will issue a registration certificate with the trademark registry seal. Right from the moment you have been issued with your certificate, you can start using your trademark with the symbol of R beside it